How about the other Aston Martin?
Yeah.
Okay.
The bottom one.
The top
That
one.
plays actually.
We're sitting already in the Zagato.
Yeah, so it's really cool. Aston Martin.
Does look nice.
Yeah, it's really cool for us because Aston Martin are such a local company to the studio as well. So this is say the Vanquish Zagato. They've got a really long-standing relationship with Zagato. There's been cars like all the way through to the DB4 Zagato. Yeah. It's really cool. The tail light.
Makes 600 horsepower, and it's got that beautiful V12 soundtrack that is a signature of Aston Martin's.
Nice.
Yeah,
Kind of the latest from Aston Martin in many ways. This is on the new engine architecture, new chassis architecture as you were as well. So this is now moving to the new codename AE31 engine, which is the 5.5 litre twin turbo V12.
Yeah, look at that.
Yeah. So what's better than having a V12? Having a V12 with two turbos on it as well, so I know you approve of that. So
this one's now making 715 horsepower, which is a ludicrous amount.
I love the interior of our cars.
Yes.
Yeah.
And Aston's particularly.
The 3 points. The Type 1 was the Volkswagen Beetle, Type 2 was the bus, and then they decided that they wanted a sort of a halo car. So this is the Karmann Ghia. Ghia are an Italian design house, much like Zagato, and Karmann were the people that made it for Volkswagen, and it's a really cool looking car. So it's still based on the architecture of Volkswagen Beetle, that classic engines right in the back. It's still the flat air-cooled engine. They sound really unique. But it's got that beautiful body on it as well. So in its time, it was really, really popular. It was perfectly placed in the market. And now it's really coming back the sort of California surf culture and everything. This car fits so perfectly into it. So I think a lot of people are going to have fun modifying it and making it look their own, because that's exactly what the real world Volkswagen community do. They take it, they customize it, personalize it, usually make it so it's scraping along the tarmac with absolutely no ride height whatsoever.
Can you do that with this one?
Well, you can get it pretty low, but I don't think you can get it
I didn't actually do this car, so I don't know how low it'll go.
No, I think Marco's slightly more sensible in terms of
Chris is
more
like, go all the way.
Horsepower and ride height.
He considers speed bumps and curbs and things like that.
Yeah.
Chris is just put it on the floor.
Let's go.
Give it 1,000 horsepower. It probably doesn't have 1,000 horsepower.
It might. Yeah. I think you can do
the classically styled Beetle. If you think about the look of the Beetle, it's got those lovely arches that go over its very rounded design. And they brought out the Type 3. There were 3 different body styles. And this is the Notchback, so called because if you look at the sort of side profile of it, it's like a kind of notch at the back. You could also get a fastback and a square back.
Is that legitimately what they called them?
Yeah, for the American markets, that was. It's like kind of it does what it says on the tin.
Absolutely, I'm buying the one with the notchback.
Yeah, that's what Volkswagens are. It's the people's cars. It's they're sort of what people needed, rather than necessarily going over the top. So yeah, it's a popular little car. You say this one's got a 1600 engine?
Yeah, this is 1600, so it's the later one.
Is arguably the best engine that Volkswagen made, the air-cooled flat 4 engines. So whenever people are modding their classic Volkswagens, they'll usually upgrade to this 1600 engine because it's just it's the best of the lot, really.
Okay.
Until you start going nuts and putting Porsche engines and things in.
Okay. I will just swap over into something a little faster to drive around with.
On the back.
If in doubt, super glue it. We'll just.
Oh, there's a whole movie about why that's contrary to the spirit of.
There we go.
There you go.
Can we see that? Is the cup in the way?
I think the cup might be in the way.
Never mind.
Aww.
Oh well.
Anyway, it now has a tree mount.
So those out of the loop, the Lego Barn Find is coming. So if you have Lego Speed Champions, you've become a master builder, basically completed your house, unlocked the Barn Find. Now Jay's found the instructions so you can put it together.
Yes, ably helped by Chris.
Yeah.
Exactly, Chris has successfully verified the instructions are right. So.
And also, it is now available in the shops, so you can have it in your video game, and you can have it in your real life, and also in your video game. So I'm sure there's a meme in there somewhere.
I was about to say, it's saying about that. If you
It out, but I mean, for everyone who created tickets and raised tickets and sent in videos of this happening, that is all incredibly helpful because it helps us track these things down.
Oh yeah, like I always mention this each week because I have a lot of people that is like, hey, fix the game, I've got this bug, and that's great, but you know, we need the information. There's so much factors out there, whether it be, you know, sometimes it can just be the car you're in, the place you're in, whether you're PC or Xbox. Like that stuff is very relevant, and the more videos we have as well, like it's a lot easier for us to sort of reproduce and try to test it as well.
The really crazy thing about this particular issue was we absolutely could not reproduce it on our internal servers. We just couldn't. It was only once we did some, so there's things that we can do to the builds that make it think.
On the grey plastic bit behind, it's not
and
quite
it's the
a
same
circle.
minifig driver.
And also notice the grey bit behind isn't actually a circle, it's more octagonal, so it gets a better purchase on the piece.
Yes.
Our vehicle art guys have modelled that as well.
Hello.
So the detail's absolutely incredible on these.
It upsets my OCD, the numbers on.
Can you swing it around to the back?
Oh no, but they just spin round. Look, because they're on a grey stud, so it
They're
spins.
them,
so you can do
this
it.
is the red lights at the back, aren't they?
And that.
Yeah.
Oh, underneath.
Look at that. The exhaust.
Oh wow.
Oh, I got mine at the wrong angle, but
Yeah,
oh no, this is
I
that's
fixed
the
that
one
for
I
you.
built. That's the one that I had.
Oh, did you build it in time?
Yeah, I've got both built. Yeah.
So what you're saying is
So
that
I
there
had a
was
spare in case I didn't get it built.
That's what I'm saying. GG on that. You didn't
Yeah.
expect that to happen. GG.
that's one of these things. Oh, here's one I prepared earlier. Here's one I smashed earlier. Right.